TVS4's Joe Gorchow is live in Parkland, a community that is intimately aware of the impact of trauma of gun violence. Joe?
Keith, they certainly are. I just met a woman a few moments ago. Her name is Sabrina, and she made a sign after the school shooting that took place in Parkland to memorialize and call for action. And since that time in 2018, she has added city after city of where other mass shootings have taken place. And now she's had to use both signs of this poster she made in 2018 to list all the cities. And that to her is sharing her pain and frustration and the need for more reform. Speakers are talking right now, from activists to those related to those who died. Gail Schwartz, her nephew, died in that 2018 school shooting in Parkland. And one of the things she hammered home again and again, not just the call for action, but to vote leaders out who fail to take action. And earlier this morning, I spoke with Debbie Hixon. Her husband died protecting children's lives in that school when the shooting was taking place. He was the athletic director at the time, and she's never been the same since that moment, but she uses her purpose and mission to drive her for change as they try to keep the honor and spirit of their husband alive, who was there that day saving other people from that mass shooting. Take a listen.
Critic, he was bigger than life. He filled up a room when he walked in. And so it's hard to be home. It's hard to do the same things that we did before because they just don't feel the same.
How does moving forward with this sense of purpose help in healing?
It helps a lot. It keeps you, like I said, busy and moving forward, but also with the idea that people will continue to remember Chris and what his sacrifice was for the students that he loved and the faculty that he loved. So it's important to us just to keep his memory alive.
Debbie, thanks so much for your time. And you can hear in her voice the pain still never goes away from losing her husband and that her family is still not whole. She was telling me in 2018 when they were at the Capitol for the March for Our Lives, the first one, that she was crying most of the time in a corner, inconsolable, because the pain was too real. The wound was too fresh, and it still is to this day without her husband by her side. One of the survivors from the school shooting who gave a speech here on these very grounds in 2018, she was a sophomore at the time of the mass shooting, and she read part of her speech back in 2018, and one of the things she said, besides sharing her pain and her trauma, she asked the crowd, who here is angry at leaders for not enacting things on a federal level? And there were roars, and there have been chants for vote them out, again, calling on leaders who do not enact laws at a federal level or here at the state. Vote them out if they don't get gun reform on the books. And that's the message you're hearing today. Students are angry. Parents are angry. People are frustrated. More has not been done since what took place in 2018. And we will continue to hear that message throughout the day as people share their pain and what they went through in that moment in 2018. Just like we heard from Debbie Hixon. And again, the victims' families, their lives are never made whole, Keith. And that's what people need to take away from this moment today, the pain that they share as they call for more change.